Hello, hello, and welcome back to the Money Hungry Mama podcast. I am so excited because I have Jaclyn here tonight. Jaclyn, take it away.
Hi, I'm Jaclyn with Piercings by Jaclyn RN. I'm so excited to be here.
Oh my gosh. So, for the mamas who's listening who don't know you yet, can you share who you are and the story behind Piercings by Jaclyn RN?
Yeah, so I'm Jaclyn. I am a mother of three. I have three kids. They are 6, 4, and 2. I had to think about that. So Jack, Leo, and Lily got my girl. And I am a pediatric registered nurse and I own Piercings by Jaclyn. I started ear piercing by Jaclyn a little over a year ago, about a year and a half ago.
Cool.
Kind of on the side just to make some extra money for my kids to be able to do like events and go places and do all the things, have that pocket money. And it's taken off. So I'm pretty much doing this full time, but with it's great because I have the ability to make my own schedule. I can bring the baby with me, it's working out.
I love that. So, why piercings? Like, what was that aha moment? This is what I want to do.
So it's a good question. It's kind of weird randomly. I was a nurse, still am a nurse, but I was working in the hospital. I was a COVID nurse, and it was like, I remember the day. It was, we finally discharged our last COVID patient, but it was the last patient during the first wave.
Hmm.
So we had finally cleared out our floor. It was like June 2020. We were going to start over, have a fresh, clean floor, no more COVID patients. We were excited. It was slow. And I'm scrolling through my email, and I got an email from some company that was hiring nurses to do ear piercing. So I was like, this is interesting. Like, I applied. It was just mobile, so you would go to the home and do it. And that company is Rowan, which is now a pretty big company. It's pretty popular. They have locations all over the country. There's one in Cherry Hill. But I started with them, and I would do mobile ear piercing. I advertised in Mama County Moms and on the Facebook groups, and I was one of like the top piercers for their company. And I would like help run Zooms and teach the other nurses how to like advertise, use social media. And I did that for like 2 years, and then I stopped because I had my second son and I was working in the ER and it was just too
Mm,
much. And then finally, when I had my daughter, I was like, took her to the mall because I was like, how bad could it be? Like, Rowan isn't around here. It's like not local to where I am in Howell. I was like, how bad could it be? I've done a million piercings. It was horrific. So that right then and there, I left. I remember driving home with the screaming baby in the car, and I was like, I'm going to start doing this again. Like, I wanted to create the environment that I was in. I was so nervous. I was so anxious, even though I had done it a million times. Sitting in the chair, I'm sweating like profusively. They're not even like marking the ears the right way. And I just knew it wasn't going to be good. And then I came up with the idea. I really wanted to create a positive experience, not only for the kids, but for the parents.
yeah. No, honestly, I feel like that was probably one of the most traumatizing things my parents ever did when I was younger was
Yeah,
get my ears
I know.
pierced.
I know.
And, like, we were just talking right before we came on, and she had this amazing, like, looking for models for kids, and I was so tempted to say my daughter, but I got so nervous. So,
Yeah.
like, talking to you is just making this so much better because that was the experience. Like, you go to the mall and you're literally just like
It's
and
just
all of a
like,
sudden you're, like,
it's like a
screaming.
stapler. Like, that's it.
Yeah, and you're, like, hysterically crying, you're like, "This
Yeah.
is terrible." So, okay, so what makes yours different than that?
Okay. So the mall guns and the store piercing guns are these spring-loaded, really loud, forceful
Mm.
guns. It literally looks like a gun, and it's loud and aggressive, and it forces the earring through the ear,
Uh-huh.
and you have to load each gun. So you have to, take the earring out of the package, put it in the gun, take the back out, put it on the back. So now you're touching everything, you're manipulating everything. It's not sterile, it's not clean. The device that I use is not a gun, but it's similar to a gun, right? It kind of looks like it has the same method, but
Okay.
there's no spring load in it. It's hand pressured and it's quiet. And all of the earrings are sterile and it's single use. The other guns are not single use, like, you're loading everything into the gun, where with me, it comes in, like, a little cartridge, a little cassette, you open it up, take out the cartridge, put it in the device. Don't touch anything, and the ears are pierced.
Okay, so let me see if I'm understanding this. So you have this device, right? And then you get separate cartridges, and each cartridge has an earring in it.
Yeah, can I show you? I'll show you.
Yeah, yeah.
Let
I
me
would
show
love to.
you.
And for everybody that's just listening to us,
So, wait, let me do my
oh, cool. Okay.
little demonstration, hold on.
Love this. We're getting a full-on demonstration. You guys should head to YouTube to watch this, especially if you have daughters and you were nervous about doing this and you wanna give it a shot.
Okay. So this is what I use. It's
Okay.
an Inverness device.
Okay.
So I press and it pierces. So this is the device. This is the cartridge. So it's hard to see, but it has the description, the lot number, the expiration date. That's when it was sterilized. So you open this up and there's two spots. So
Yeah.
earring is in this side, you take it out. And in here is the earring, but nothing touches the ear but what's in here. And you can't touch it because it has to be manipulated, like pressed this way. So you do this,
Wow.
so it's
That is so
quiet.
y
And then
yeah.
here's like the earring, if you could say it. Wait, I'm like,
There you go. Oh, it's
and
a
then
very
the
pretty
back.
earring.
So the backs go on, and I'll tell about the backs in a minute. This is the mall gun, which is like so loud, so aggressive, traumatizing. It is. It's a hole puncher, literally.
I
And with this, like, you have to put the earring in the slot here, you're
yeah.
touching everything. So that's why I love this device. It's quiet. It's not as forceful. I mean, either way, at the end of the day, you're forcing something through your ear, whether
Yeah, 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 yeah.
the Inverness, you're using a gun, you're using a needle at a tattoo place, like, you're putting something through your ear. But in my experience, this is the best option, especially for kids and just if you're nervous, like, even as a nervous mom, like how I was,
Uh
you know?
Oh my gosh, I love that, and I love the difference, like, for those of you that were listening and not watching on YouTube, like, you heard it. You heard the gun, and you didn't even hear her, but she pressed it, like, a couple times. So to not hear anything, that's really, because I think of, like, young kids when they hear the hair dryer and they're freaking out, and they're like, "No, I don't wanna do my hands."
Yeah.
It's like the same kind of, scary, loud noise.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's loud and it's right, by their ear, and besides that, I just don't like that you're touching everything,
Yeah,
you
me
know,
neither. Me
and
neither.
that
I
it's
didn't
not
think
sterile. That
Yeah.
bothers me, but
Yeah, no, and honestly, what I love too is that you're a nurse. You're a nurse right there
yeah.
as it's happening. God forbid anything happens, you're literally right there. Like if somebody's like allergic to it or whatever, like you're right
No,
there.
I've had, like, and I'm a pediatric nurse, which I think is also, like, gives you a peace of
Huge.
mind, but even if I wasn't a, mom with young kids or pediatric nurse and just, like, a regular adult nurse, like, I would recommend this device over and over a million times. I tried to use a different one recently. Nothing tops Inverness. All the earrings are hypoallergenic. There's
Love
nickel-free
it.
options, so if kids have allergies or if mom or dad have a history of allergies, we'll go with titanium. And it's just overall, like, my goal is to make it a positive and fun experience.
Yeah, that is so cool. Okay, so now poor Lily had a terrible experience. So now you're like, I'm going to do this again.
Yeah.
What happened next?
So I had nothing. I had
Yeah.
no money saved. I had just gotten off of maternity leave. My
Hmm.
daughter Lily was born, she'll be 2 in October.
Hmm.
And at this time, she was like 8 or 9 months, and I was on maternity leave for a long time because I went out early for preeclampsia, bed rest. So I'm gonna be real with all the moms out there, right? Like,
Yeah.
we all know how horrible disability is. They didn't pay me for about 10 months.
Oh my
So
God.
we were like struggle, struggle bus, struggle city, USA. Like, I was working
Yeah.
full time, but still, so was he. So I wanted to do this. I took Lily to get her ears pierced when I was thinking about it, and my grandma lent me money. She lent me 3,000 to start the business, and that's how I didn't even have enough to start it, and, thank God she did. I thank her to this day. And I was just doing mobiles. I had a little, like, I tried to make a website, which was, looking back, it was terrible. My website I bought, like, off Etsy, and I tried to edit myself, and it was just a mess. My website, my graphics I make on Canva with, like, the templates they give you that, like,
Yeah.
just a hot mess. But I did kind of have a name for myself because people remembered me from when I worked for Rowan, so, like, that did help.
Yeah.
And I just advertise in all the mom groups, like, every Sunday, Monday, whatever the group rules are. I copy and paste my little thing from my notepad, and I just hit the ground running, and I was driving around doing mobiles.
Love it. Okay, so I want everybody listening that's like thinking an idea to like hear what she just said. She didn't have the money to start. She had a wonderful grandmother who believed in her, but she just pressed go. Like she knew she couldn't get a space, so she started with mobile. And that's how she did it. She did the mom group, she got her name out there. So I am loving this story. So now you're out there in mobile, and I'm looking at an adorable studio behind you. So how did we get here?
So before I forget, one in Amila Designs designed my studio. I'll mention them maybe when I do my takeover.
Yeah,
They are amazing. They're a couple of Monmouth County. She helped create this beautiful, adorable
it's adorable.
studio. Like everything, even like my curtains, that my wallpaper is the same, but this is matches my logo. Like everything she thought of. So I was nervous to get a studio because that's like, I'm paying rent. I have 3 kids. I'm nervous.
Yeah,
Um, I was gonna do the mobiles and the studio, but eventually transfer just fully to studio because there's a lot driving all over.
for sure.
Um, and I opened my studio and the Department of Health came and she told me that mobile ear piercing is now illegal. And I was like, "What?" So here I am, I signed my lease, 90% of my sales were for mobiles. I'm like, "Oh my God," right? I was so nervous. I thought no one was gonna come to me. I started a suite in the back that I decorated myself again, all everything off Etsy. I bought like, a bunch of like prints off Etsy, printed them at Staples, some frames at Walmart, like made it cute
It's adorable.
and just kept posting and people started to come to me and I had some sales, prices were a little lower to get people in. But now like I just do strictly here. And it works because you come, you have an appointment and they have like it's an experience, especially for like the younger girls that because I
Yeah.
do a lot of infants, but it's cute. Like your daughter's age, like up until like 10, 12 years old, they're excited. They love the space and it's fun. It's a fun experience.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine that somebody comes to check your space and it's like, now it's illegal?
I'm like, Okay, like great, wonderful." So she's like, "Just take everything off your website." My boss is really on my case about it because I was gonna get like fined or whatever. And I was like, "Okay, whatever I'll have to do." And there are nurses that still do it, but like I have too much to lose. Like I was like, "Nope,
Yeah.
it's fine. We'll go with the studio." And thank God, like luckily it worked out.
No, honestly, I think, looking at your space, right? Like just seeing what's in your background right now, I think it's the atmosphere. Like your town,
Right.
like you're saying, like this adorable atmosphere is going to bring in moms from everywhere. And you are making a social media presence and I see your stuff pop up and it's so cute. You're so on theme with color. I
Thank
love it so
you.
much.
Thank you. I try.
It's so, so cute. So now that, let's talk about money for a second because I love what you just brought up that basically you had to charge less for people to come through the door.
Mhm.
At what point did you realize, okay, it's time for me to charge what I'm worth?
Honestly, probably like November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, 8 months.
Really? Okay, let's talk about that. How
So
come 8 months?
so I had actually, well, no, I had like grand opening pricing. I think it was like
Mhm.
75 for a piercing. This was 75. At the time, I was charging 130 for mobiles, and it was going to be
Which
like
makes sense.
90 for in the studio. This was in November. Then with tariffs and everything went up so much, right? So right
Insane.
now, insane. So right now, my price is 120 for ear piercing. And I stayed below that number for a good amount of time just because I was scared. I was just scared. Like I knew, like I'm running my numbers and my husband's helping me do I'm not good at math, like the profit budget, whatever the things are. And he's like, "Jaclyn, like you're not, like you're really not making anything. Like I'm coming breaking even, but I'm not making anything." And I was like, "Oh man, I feel bad. I'm scared to go." And then finally, I'd say like in May or June, I went up to the price I'm at now, and now I'm like starting to make a profit. But it's just scary because I was scared, like, oh, people might think. I was scared of what people were gonna think.
Yeah.
Charging that much for an ear piercing, I could go to the mall for $50 and, I had a lot of haters on Facebook and the Facebook trolls, and I would worry about what they would say, and I, like, kind of ruminated on it for too long, and then
Yeah.
I did it, and it's been fine.
Oh, so many nuggets, so many nuggets. So the first thing is we're going to start with Facebook trolls. That's exactly what they are. They're trolls.
Yes.
If they're sitting there online with nothing better to do than be negative,
Mhm.
that is
It's
nothing
yeah,
against you, that's them.
yeah.
That's just that is their space because I bet you $1,000,000, they would never come say it to your face.
Of course not, yeah.
It's, those keyboard the ones that hide behind the keyboard are the ones that are the most loud. You know what? We just can't listen to them because they're gonna hate no matter what you're
No matter
doing. They
what.
probably hate like I mean, Miss Rachel got hate. If Miss Rachel can get hate, we're all in trouble. We're
Yeah,
all
that's
in trouble.
bad.
Yeah, we're all in trouble. But so we're gonna put that for what it is. Like if you guys are listening and you start getting these haters, block. That's what that button is there for. You just block. You don't even have to
Just ignore it.
engage. You are getting so much more love than that one negative comment, but you just gotta block. Like, that's it. It's just, like, very quick. Nobody deserves your energy to, like, fight back. Just block.
Yeah.
The second thing is I love that you just said that you were scared because I'm about to change your mindset on this. One, the tariffs raised prices. And I'm in agreement with this. I understand this because I do books and all the tariffs went up, which means that we are paying a lot more because of these new taxes. So if you weren't aware of that, that's what's happening. When you're ordering things from overseas, the prices went up, taxes went up. Okay. So one, you're paying more, right? Two, you were worried about the mall for $50, which granted, obviously they have less, but we just went through 10 minutes why yours is so much better, cleaner, quieter, a beautiful experience
Thank you.
versus the mall,
Right.
right? Those are two completely different experiences. And above everything else, you are a nurse.
Yeah.
The college kids doing it at the mall are not nurses.
And
You
when
are
you
a
say
nurse.
it like that, it's like, yeah, like, you're right, right? But,
Exactly.
as I'm sure a lot of people are like me, like,
Yep.
we doubt as mom, we doubt ourselves.
100%. 100%, but that's the point of this.
Yeah, you're right. You're 100% right.
That is the point of this podcast is for me to pump back life into you guys to
Love
realize what you're worth. And that's what that is. Like, it's so easy when we get caught in our I do it all the time. Like literally, like I can pump you all up until I am blue in the face,
So
but
you're
I
right.
myself will break myself down. But that's why you need somebody else staring at you being like, you are worth every stinking penny that you charge because you're not only creating you're not just piercing somebody's ear like the 2-second thing at the mall. You are doing an experience with somebody that they can trust holding their newborn, which is huge, huge. So I just hope that you realize that because sometimes
Well, I
we just
do
need somebody
now.
to say, we just need somebody to look at us in the face and be like, oh my God, no, you're worth everything.
Yeah, you're
You're
right.
worth everything. And it's 100% that's, besides ear piercing, what else do you offer at your studio?
So I have my charm bar, which I
Cute.
added in July or over the summer. So that's fun. Like you can make charm bracelets. You could book an appointment, like, and do it without an ear piercing. Or usually, like, people just come in and see the charms and they want to just make a quick charm bracelet. So
Cute.
that's what I have right now. But my main thing is the ear piercing for sure.
Mhm. Mhm.
And that's pretty much it. Just ear piercing and charms.
I love Okay, so my daughter, she's 4, and she is obsessed with her doll. She has an American Girl doll, Julie. You should offer, if you don't already, a doll and child, like, ear piercing so they can get them done together
I
because
love that. No,
I
that's
know
a
that they
really
have
great
that in the
idea.
city.
I didn't know they did that. That's so cute.
It is really, really cute because I think if she was coming in with her doll and it's like, "Okay, I'm gonna do the doll first," and obviously the doll's not gonna cry.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
No,
it could be like, "I'm gonna do the doll, and then I'm gonna do you guys, and
I
you guys
love
can
that.
have earrings," and she can, like, pick because I know it seems like she's gonna get one whatever ear piercing that you have, but, like, maybe she could pick out her doll's ears
I
piercings, and it
love
could be
that.
like
That's
and
such
then
a
this
great
way
idea.
thanks, yeah, and then this way, like, if a kid already had their ears pierced, but they wanna come to you just to get their doll's ears pierced, I think that'd be so cute.
That's a great idea. I'm gonna have to look into that. Side note, speaking of American Girl dolls, did you see on like Instagram that I don't know, like growing up, I had Molly McIntyre and my sister
I
had
had Samantha.
Samantha.
Yeah,
M-
Samantha.
Samantha is a great grandmother now.
No, I can throw up. I was this close to buying it just because I'm
No,
obsessed
I
with
said it to my
Samantha.
sister. I was like, yo, Samantha's a great grandmother. Like, this
Oh,
is
she's
great.
cute. It's literally nuts. It's literally nuts. My daughter is absolutely obsessed. She got Julie. She's a couple years old now. She's a newer one. And she wanted they just did like a Wicked drop with like Glinda and Alphabet and she wants Glinda and I was like, it's absolutely not. But there's an outfit. I was like, I'll get you the
Get the Glinda.
outfit. Yeah, that's what you're getting. But it was so crazy. I was like, I love them so much, but we had a full experience for everybody listening that their kid loves American Girl Doll. 100% in the city was so much fun. They do like hairstyles, like a doll and kid hairstyle, and the price was so good.
I
So good.
can't wait till, like, Lily's old enough and we could do that.
It's so much fun. It's so, so much fun. Yeah.
So
But
cute.
that's where, like, I just think of how she literally brings her American Girl doll everywhere. I think that if you did something like that, that would be huge.
That's a great idea. I'm gonna have to look into it.
Do it. Do it. And then let me know, and I will literally be the first one to
Yes,
come in
please.
and
She'll
get
have
a
to be the
dolly,
first
and
person.
I'm doing it. I will. You let me know, and I'm going to bring them right in and be like, here we are. We're here. We'll be your first customer. I love it. Yes. So, okay. So now, as you're doing these services, products, all of these things, right? What has been your best way of getting out there for marketing?
Facebook mom groups.
Yeah.
Facebook groups, Facebook groups, Facebook groups. I mean, I just that is my main source. I do Facebook groups, and what I did was when I first started, I made a business page, a
Hmm.
Facebook business page. So I would advertise myself, like write my thing and post it on my personal page, but tag my Facebook page. And then when I did piercings, I would ask the moms to leave me a Facebook review. So now, like, when I'm posting my thing, my little spiel, and then there's you go to my page, you see my reviews. So that really helped because I know as a mom, like, I go and I look at all the reviews, I filter them, like,
Yep.
newest, like,
100%.
like, I do that.
All the
So
time.
I wanted to have the reviews there and to make it look legit because I always think like, oh, this is a scam, there's no reviews or whatever.
Yeah.
So once I started building up on my reviews, I started to notice I was getting a little bit more booked. And then, I eventually established like my Google business page and Google reviews I have too. But I think my best way, honestly, I know my best way is just Facebook
Yeah.
marketing. I did it today. I did all my groups today, Monday, and it's like my weekly routine. I mean, I do Facebook ads. I did Google ads, which I really didn't get much from,
Yeah.
but Facebook ads do work too for me.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Facebook ads, the main thing is because, and this is like something I really need you guys to listen to, her Facebook ads really, really do work because she's very localized. Like she's not doing a Facebook ad to everybody. She's probably setting
Right.
it to, Monmouth County, New Jersey,
Right.
Ocean, New Jersey, things that are drivable.
Yes.
And when you're setting these Facebook ads to everything, you guys are missing out on your market. You just like I like say all the time, like you literally need to niche down. So if it's not location, you're niching down to age, gender, and interests. So
Yes.
just keep those things in mind.
Like Facebook ads, I'll tell you. I have a social media a company I work with. They come like once a month and we film reels. And they
Oh,
get me to
cool.
do all the reels on my page, like, I did not come up with or create. I'm not good at that stuff, like, I'm
Love it.
elderly with social media, don't know how to make a TikTok. All that stuff they came up with, like, not me.
I love it.
But I tried to, like, do a Facebook ad for one of them, and I didn't really, like, do anything with the audience, like, because you have to manipulate the target audience, and I just, like, posted it, and it was, like, for all audiences, all ages, all genders. I got probably, like, 7,000 views on it, but it was all bots. It
Yep.
was not one real lead, like, nothing, right? And then I was
Mhm.
like, "Why am I getting all these weird spam messages?" And I realized it was from that advertisement. Whereas, like, I do a sale once a month, the Sparkle Classic sale, it's like $20 off. And I have specific, like, category, like, woman,
Mhm.
moms, female ages whatever to whatever, and then you could put, like, what type of pages they like new mom, baby, infant, teen, so I customize it, and it's just, like, to my area, like, 30 miles within my zip code.
Wow.
That's how I'll get leads, but I thought, "Oh, we'll do everyone now," because then you have, like, people in, like, Australia messaging you about your piercing.
Yeah. In New Jersey, in central New Jersey. Yeah, no, it's so true. Yeah, you really want to like niche down and know exactly who you're talking to.
Yeah.
So now that you're like building this business, and I love this conversation because these are the conversations that I feel like so many of us need to hear, especially when we're all starting in the same starting point. What is one mistake or lesson that you learned the hard way that you can tell other moms so that they're going to avoid when it comes to money and starting a business?
I think I jumped too hard too fast into marketing and branding, and I really didn't take a second to take a step back and think about what I really wanted to do. So I invested a lot of money, like I had mentioned earlier, in like Etsy things and certain
Mhm,
brands and certain themes and
mhm,
logos. And
mhm.
I changed it so many times. Even my suite, when I first designed my first suite, I mean, the money, hundreds and hundreds of dollars, like, just in such a rush. I was so
Yeah,
excited. I was like, "I got the keys to my suite." I went straight to At Home, the store At Home, and I bought, like, chairs. It didn't even match my theme, but I just, like, had to have chairs, you know? And all of that adds up, and it adds up quick. And I waste a lot of money, like, because I just didn't take a step back and, like, think, "Okay, what exactly do I want to do? What do I want my brand to look like? Like, what theme am I going with?" You know? I was all over the place. And if you scroll back, like, way back through my Instagram, you'll see, like, I had, like, 5 different logos, like, all these different themes, like, you know. So that was something I learned the
yeah,
hard way. Yeah.
and I love that because, like, so as we know, I've tried close to 30. Not all of them are profitable, clearly. Like, and that was the first thing I did every single time. It was like, "Oh, let me get a website. Oh, let me get a brand. Oh, let me get the colors."
Yeah.
And that is so much wasted money. The Money Hungry Mama, this right here, was the first time in my life that I've ever hit pause, and it started May 1st. I just got my website and branding in September. So this was the first time I was like, let me see if this is gonna work before I actually invest money in this again. And sure enough, it's going great. You guys are an incredible community. And September was the first time ever. And I think that was the biggest and best piece of advice you probably could have ever given. Because like I didn't even think about it this time. Like saving hundreds of dollars on these things and think of all the times that you change it.
It's so yeah. I just realized, which is completely off topic, that you go to my kids' schools to read your books.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
that's
Which
you.
school?
In Howell.
Yep, I'm in Howell.
Yeah. I'm like, I see your book in the background. I'm like, "Wait, I know that book."
Yep, yep, I've been to Halloween last year I tried to do, 25 events for the 25 days of Christmas, and
Yeah.
then I just did a ton of school visits last
I
year.
remember that. Yeah.
Yep.
Wow, that's funny.
I love it, yes, she's talking about the books in the
Yes,
background.
the book in the background. I remember that book.
Yep, thank you, I love that.
See, you're getting your name out there.
Yeah, I love it so much. Okay, so back to you, my friend. So, basically, when you are sitting there and we already talked about the negatives, what is one thing that you think a mom should automatically do right from the beginning?
I would just like, if you have an idea and you think it's a good idea, go for it.
Mhm.
Don't second guess yourself. Don't sit on it. You know, like we know, I knew that my idea was a good idea and I sat on it for a couple months and I wish I just went with it. Like, just trust your gut, go with your instinct. You know what's right, you know what's gonna work, but at the same time, don't jump into anything too quick like
Yep.
I did with Etsy and Amazon and At Home America store, but go with your gut. Yeah.
No, 100%. The Money Hungry Mama was idea in 2017, and here we are in 2025, and it's finally coming to fruition. So,
See, there you go.
I just think, like, if it's an idea, first off, it's never gonna leave. So, you might have an idea that you've had for so many years, and you're just thinking it couldn't be anything. You are literally listening to 2 people who thought the same exact thing, and yet here we are, and it's because
Exactly.
you just start. You just start. Yeah, no, seriously. I just think, it's so easy to get in our own heads with things where it's like so and so is doing something similar and so is doing. There's so many people in this world
Mm,
that you should just go for it. If it's something that's on your heart, go for it. And you're never going to do something exactly the same as anybody else anyway.
right. And I kind of circling back to the Facebook haters.
Uh-huh.
So there's a lot of like hate. There's a lot of drama in the piercing world. Basically, there's a couple studies that are very outdated. They're like 20 years old
Hmm.
that say ear piercing with devices is not good for the ear, causes trauma, right? And they say that the best way to get your ears pierced is with a needle at a tattoo shop, which is fine, which is whatever. Needle tattoo shops don't pierce children under like some are 12, some are 6. So if you have an infant or anybody under 6, you can't get your ears pierced. And it's kind of scary. Like you're doing like a needle through the ear, you're gonna touch. It's like the environment, you know.
Yeah.
So I knew about these people that would come. I knew because when I worked for Rome, when I would get attacked by like piercers and people that worked or that were pro needle. It's kind of like the vax and anti-vaxxivate where people just fight with each other.
Mhm.
That's how it is with piercings. So I was terrified. And that's what held me back. Cause like at least when I was working for a company, I had like these people behind me. But starting my own business, it's just me. So I was really, really scared to do it mainly because of that, right? And when I first started, I was, like, attacked, like, people went hard, like, they didn't stop. I had to have a lawyer send a cease and desist to, like, a local tattoo shop, like, they would not stop commenting on my post, saying they were gonna ruin me, like, crazy stuff, and if I had let that get to me,
Yeah.
I would not, like, be here right now, like, I literally wanted to crawl in my bed, hide under the covers, like, I was just so upset. I cried for, like, a couple hours, and then I
Yeah.
was like, "I can't, like, I need to do this." Like, this is what I'm doing. I'm not gonna let people get to me. But it was that mindset that like got me to where I am today. Because when I tell you, like, I could have let those, I almost didn't start this business because of that.
Yeah.
So
And
that was like,
honestly, you're not even doing the same thing as what causes the trauma and the grossness and the unclean like,
I
it's
know.
not even the same thing.
It's just people just love to fight. I even, I would, people want a needle piercing, I'd refer them to a tattoo place. It stopped. I think now I've developed a name for myself. They kind of know that like what I'm doing is to them, it might not be good, but it's better than the option of going to the mall. So people
Yeah.
aren't, you know. Um,
100%.
but another thing I would say to the mom starting is just don't care what people think. Like, just go for it because I let that get to me for a while, and that's what like I probably if I continued to think that way, I wouldn't be here right now.
No, definitely not, and honestly, like, I always shout out my girl Mel Robbins, but when she says, like, "If they don't live in your 4 walls, forget them. Like,
Mhm.
if they don't live in your 4 walls, if they're not paying your bills, if they're not giving you food, if they're not doing anything to help you and your family, then their opinion literally does not matter."
So true.
It's I mean, that's why, like, we talk about this a lot, and it's a lot of people came into this because it's very hard for businesses to understand moms and their kids sick and all these things.
Yep.
And when you quit, you're replaced in an instant. But in
Exactly.
your 4 walls, you're never replaced.
No, we're
And
always
I think
we're
that's
always needed. You know.
exactly. Exactly. And I think that that is like, thank you for sharing that because I think sometimes, what I love most about this community and these women and listening to this is we don't do smoke and mirrors here. It's not, oh, I'm making all this money and everything's great. No, I want you guys to hear the raw and the real because this
Yeah.
is what the real world is. And I love that you just shared that because you are not the only person getting hate and hearing it. And,
Yeah.
I think about it every single time I put out a book. I'm like, oh, not everybody's going to like this one. And it's
Yeah.
just, my biggest thing is I don't read the reviews. They could be great. I
Yeah.
won't read them.
Now, like, even today, Monday, I post in all my groups, I'm like, I get a pit in my stomach because 'cause I'm
Yep,
like, "Who's gonna
here it
comment
comes.
today?" You know, I just got, like, chills thinking about it. Luckily, fortunately, watch, I'll leave, I'll have, like, a comment.
Yeah,
But
I'll
I
be right there.
I still get nervous, and then I just, like, kind of,
Yeah.
let it go.
But at the same exact time, like, yes, it is so easy. Trust me, I can talk you guys up, like I said, till I'm blue in the face, but I will rip myself to shreds. But at the same exact time, like, for every negative comment, you had 10 positive.
Right.
Right? Like, or 100 positive, 50 whatever it is, right? So, we have to think of it that way that even though I'm the same way, like, if I get one negative thing the book, the How to Cure a Mind Monster, my mentor was like, "You can't write this. This is never gonna sell." And my friend at the time, I was like, I she goes, "No, no, no." She's like, "He's nuts. He's not a teacher. You don't know. He doesn't know. Do it." That year, that same book won book of the year for Story Monsters Inc. And if I would have let him get to me, this whole series would not have existed.
Right, exactly.
You just like have to really think to yourselves, your opinion does not matter. And if for 1 second you need a pick me up push, come join me and Jaclyn in the free Money Hungry Mama Facebook group and
Yeah.
be like, I am struggling. And we're going to be like, right there, keyword warriors.
And
And we're
when
going to
you
be like,
go
"Yeah."
with it, when you go, like, with how you went with the book, and I was like, "I'm gonna do this, I don't care if so and so's, saying this about me."
Mhm.
Looking back on it, it's, like, so empowering, like, wow, like, I overcame that because like, that was I'm sure you had your doubts, like, your
Yeah,
mentor is telling you not to do it, and I had,
100%.
like, all these people telling me not to do it, and it's like, well, now, like, I'm glad we did do it.
Yeah, 100%. And like, think about I get emails all the time about how thankful they are for the book, how much their child loves the book, and it's that would have never been my life if I was like, "Oh, you're right. You're right, I won't do it." Like, no, and it's the same thing for you,
Ew.
like
Just
yeah.
ew. I hope he's not your mentor anymore.
No.
Good.
I don't need one anymore, but no.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, yeah.
But at the
Good.
same exact time, like, for you and your business, like, I cannot wait for you to set up the doll and me and Ella come in and be your
Oh my
first
god,
guest.
no. When we're done, I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look into it.
Yeah, no, I'm
Yeah.
so pumped for you because honestly, like, everything that you just said about starting this business and doing the piercings and doing all these things just put my heart at such ease because my mom has been wanting to pierce Ella's ears for literally 4 years, and I was like, "No, I can't do it. No, she needs
No,
to
I'm
be, like, old
telling
enough to
you,
know."
like and for the other moms that are out there that 'cause it is scary, like, I'm telling
Yeah.
you, when I took Lily, I was a nervous wreck, sweating, like, I would cry, like, it was not good, but I really tried to make it a good experience, like, you see if you're on YouTube, you see it's a cute studio, you feel, like, comfy, cozy, like, it's fun, but I do whatever I could to make them happy. Like, I have a technique for every age. I have my prizes. I give them a bag filled up with prizes. Like your daughter, I'd probably fill up a bag with prizes and be like, look at the prizes, and have her look and pierce her ears, and she won't even cry. Like, she won't even know. Like, I got all the tricks.
Yeah, the tricks
So
and the
I try to
hands.
make it as fun as possible.
I mean, the other thing that makes me so calm and cool and collected is, like, how many IVs did you put in? You know what I mean? Like, you're literally, like,
Yeah.
working the floor of
Right.
hospitals and stuff, like, forget everything
Yeah.
else, you stick IVs and find a vein all the time, I'm pretty sure that you can get
So
that
true.
hole
I never
perfect.
thought of that. I never thought of that in all. Yeah, I've done hundreds, probably thousands of IVs.
Yeah,
You know, it's just I don't know, I just think it's good. Besides me being a nurse, I just want it to be a fun and welcoming environment, and I think I've achieved that, so that
you
makes me
absolutely did,
happy.
it's absolutely beautiful,
Yeah,
I cannot wait. Well, you gotta send
thank
pictures so I
you.
can put it in the slideshow for everybody that's just listening can
I
come and see how
will.
cute your studio is.
It's my
Okay.
little escape too, like, today I came here. I could have done this at home,
Oh,
but I was
I
like,
know,
"I'm
I
gonna go
love
to
that
the
you're there.
studio."
I love it, I love it. Now, tell us, what does being a money hungry mama mean to you?
Being a money mama, everything I do it for my kids. I have such my drive is to be able to do and have a great them,
Mhm.
like, they have a good life, but I want them just to have everything, like
Yep,
and
100%.
it's so hard now, everything is so expensive, and I think I worked so, so hard to become a nurse, I, like, went back to school to be a nurse when I was
Mhm.
25, I failed my last semester by, like, point 0.1, like, I mean, I went through it to become a nurse,
Yeah.
and I worked so hard to do that, but my main like, what I love the most about my life right now, my main role is mom, right?
Mhm.
You become a mom and it's like you wanna give your kids everything, and in this, like, economy, it's hard.
It is.
So, my goal is just for my kids, like, working for them, giving them the best life, the opportunities that they want, also while being a nurse, but yeah.
I love it. I love it. Jacqueline, where can our listeners support you?
They could support me on Instagram, it's Piercings by Jaclyn, RN, or on Facebook, Ear Piercing by Jaclyn, RN, and my website is piercingsbyjaclynrn.com.
And where is your studio located?
So I'm located in Howell, New Jersey on Route 9 North. It's in a My Salon Suites. So I rent a suite inside like My Salon Suites.
Very cool. I
Yeah.
love that. Awesome. Thank you so much for being here today and
You're
sharing
welcome. Thank you
all
for
of your
having
wisdom.
me.